Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Signal Online. My name is Cameron Washington, and I am here today with the newly appointed Executive Vice President of the Student Government Association here at Georgia State University, Miss Ashley Uzamere. It's great to have you here today with us, Ashley.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Ashley is in the College of Arts and Sciences here at Georgia State. She's a psychology pre-med major, and she hopes to go into pediatric oncology combined. You were just announced as SGA's new executive VP. Excuse me. How are you feeling right now? What emotions are going through your head, and what was the first thought that went through your mind right when you got the great news?
I was actually sitting down, I think on my couch or something at home over the Christmas break, and it came by complete surprise because all of the candidates that were interviewing and everyone that was interested in it were all student leaders, so and we all had experience, so any one of us would have been great, but for them to pick me, I'm definitely honored. I wouldn't say that I'm super surprised, but I'm very happy about it.
As the new executive VP, you and President White are, for all intents and purposes, the face of the student body here and the voice of the student body. How are you going to be able to handle the pressure and responsibility that comes with representing over 32,000 students?
I think just teamwork. We have a lot of senators from each college. We have the board of VPs, including me and Andrew. So just as long as we work as a team, compromise when people don't see eye to eye, and just making sure that we get the goal done, I think that alleviates all the stress.
What inspired you to run for this position?
Well, I'm already a student leader here on campus, so it's kind of like I saw a vacancy and I just took it. So and then I my passion for Georgia State and me loving Georgia State, so I wanted to, I guess, impact students in a different way, and being an official liaison between the student body and maybe university officials, just being that official person. I think that's what really drove me to apply for the position. So.
Okay. Obviously, President White saw that you were more qualified than any other candidate for the position. He ended up choosing you. Why do you think that you won the position over any of the other candidates? What makes you the most qualified in his eyes to help him run the SGA in the best way possible?
Again, all the candidates were, experienced student leaders. They were awesome students in class and out of class. But I think what made me stand out is probably my passion for Georgia State, because it's one thing to love what you're doing, or to, let's say you're majoring in political science and you're like, oh, this would be a good experience, being VP or whatever it is, whatever motivates you or whatever your motive was to be VP. But I think what really made me stand out was my passion for Georgia State. And I've worked with Andrew before in 1913 Society as emerging leaders when we were freshmen. So he knows my work ethic, along with other people that are currently in at SGA. So I think just that experience, them knowing that I was very experienced, and me coming in a position of leadership, but also in a learning position, because I'm coming in midterm. So. Okay.
Speaking of coming in midterm, Ashley Uzamere here is replacing Ashley Epperson. She was the former executive vice president, but she graduated in the fall 2013 semester. Do you plan to run again in the spring?
That's a really good question. I was actually thinking about it, considering it. However, I am graduating also in fall of 2014. So exactly what happened this year will be what has to happen next year if I run, and if I win, they would have to look for another VP and all that stuff. So it's kind of up in the air. Just depends on who wants to run for president, the tickets that are coming together. So it's kind of up in the air right now. I'm not really sure.
Okay. What are your priorities? What do you hope to accomplish during your tenure here?
So I only have really just two main goals. There are little things that you want to be done on campus here and there, but my two main goals is definitely to support my president, because that's my role, to back him up on anything and to basically make his job easier. And my second goal is to work with the senators and kind of seeing eye to eye, because I think previously and in the past it was more so definitely, it's I guess a hierarchy. It was very seen VPs, president, or whatever it was, senators all the way to the bottom. I really want to make sure that the senators, we all work together and they see us just as their peers. Yeah, we may be in a different position, but we're all here for the same common goal. So just coming together and working much more closely to get whatever we need done.
Do you see anything that you might like to change in the SGA agenda? anything like that?
Maybe how things are, like when we have senators sign up for things, usually senators submit to me their schedules and all the VPs come together and we compare each schedule. I think there's so much, it's more efficient to do things online or to make sign-up sheets online, or I think there are just little things like administrative tasks that could be made easier by like online stuff, or not submitting to me like papers, because things get accumulated, things get lost and stuff. But just making sure we have an efficient way of the way paperwork flows through.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some pieces of legislation or some amendments to the current policies here at Georgia State that you would like to be passed or amended?
Not any that I know of. There are a lot of acts and amendments that are being brought up during the meetings, and some of them are being tabled, some of them are not. So those are kind of just waiting for senators and VPs to vote upon. But right now, there's nothing extremely specific that I really want to change with legislation. It would be nice to have maybe like some representatives for the different colleges, but then again, that's why we have senators. So it could be, now I don't have anything like extremely specific that I want right now, but I think throughout my term something definitely will come up. So.
And finally, what's your first order of business? It doesn't have to be anything involving SGA particularly, just your first order of business as a new executive VP.
To get sworn in. I get sworn in today to become official.
Right.
I think that's basically the first thing. And then also, I guess, to see eye to eye with the senators and to make sure I'm not distant from them, because they're the kind of ones that are in the college and making things happen, really communicating with the students. So they're kind of like our frontline men. So I just really want to make sure that they see me as someone that is approachable, someone they can talk to about, anything, someone that is on their team and not against them. I think that's the first thing.
Well, I thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
Much.
It was great to meet you. Congratulations on
Thanks again.
Ashley Uzamere, ladies and gentlemen. You can find this story online at georgiastatesignal.com. You can also find the requirements for the executive vice president. We'll have them posted to our website. All the responsibilities and tasks that come with that position. You can see what Ashley Uzamere will be doing for our university in the coming months. I think we're in good hands. Thank you, folks.